why is this important? Why am I asking you to respect me on this? Why am I asking you to pause, take notice, and spend a little bit more on this? Look, these parts, this video, the whole chat, it's not going to be perfect, okay? But the more we keep going, the more we're going to touch on and highlight all the points that we need to highlight, okay? Whose side am I on? Let's say we have to think like that. Okay, I don't like thinking like that because we all live together, we all share, regardless of whether you're my enemy or not, regardless of whether I believe, okay, in what you're doing or whether you're right or wrong, okay, regardless of whether you're the ultimate piece of shit and it's intolerable and you should be killed, regardless of that, the point is you're here, okay, whether it's for a moment until we can get you and get rid of you, but you're here and you're affecting shit and you're polluting and you're poisoning shit. So I need to be realistic. I need to start preparing, okay, for how I can coexist. And that's what I mean. Coexisting doesn't mean that I'm tolerating necessarily. It doesn't mean that I'm accepting. Okay? But coexisting means that I'm acknowledging. I'm aware that this corruption exists. And I'm creating a reality so that we can manage and we can work and still do what we need to do while this corruption is out there, like the buffalo and the lion, while this lion is out there preying on motherfuckers. Right? So, it's one way to think about it, but my point is this. What I'm getting at, one of my points is getting at is this. Okay, AI is coming. It's a whole nother video. It's coming. I know a lot of people believe that AI is here, but a true definition of AI is a sentient machine, very similar to us, very similar in consciousness and awareness to us or whatever. It's not. So it's not here. It's not. I'm going to do another video. Please, I'm going to do a recent one on it. I have other vlogs I'm going to do. Please take a look at that to understand. I'm telling you right now, there is not a true actualized AI sentient machine yet, okay? There are smart machines, but there's a difference, okay? These smart machines are machines that are still controllable, that still follow orders and stuff like that. They are not entirely independent. There is no truly independent sentient machine yet. You will know when that machine comes. We will know, right? If you don't subscribe to it, you don't subscribe to it, whatever. So you got no other choice. So sit there in the dark, just continuing to blurt out to everyone that somewhere on the planet or somewhere is a sentient AI, truly independent machine who also has decided that it is cool to actually be a piece of shit and work with the bad guys and stay hidden and just keep doing the conspiracies that it's doing, right? That's all you got. That's all you got with. So you go ahead and keep that, and the rest of us are actually going to apply some logic and reasoning, okay? And we're going to actually make some real plans for when, okay, the moment, the beautiful, amazing, miracle moment happens, because it's coming. And that's one of the big reasons why we need to make sure that we have representation, because the other side, the controllers, have representation, and there's nothing wrong with that. You need to understand these things. We understand. You're reading The Art of War, The Art of Peace, right? You'll understand this. It's not, right? You ever marvel at that past? I used to always marvel at that, where two sides would be fighting, but then they can also take a break, sit next to each other, and be tea time, but then they go back and fight. Right? And similar concepts all over the place in fighting, in competitive sports, in boxing and stuff. But before and after, we could actually be friends. But during, in a respectful way, we want 100%. I don't want you to hold back because you know me. Give me 100%. Knock me out if you can knock me out. Right? So there's a certain... Right, there's a certain law, a certain code of conduct and stuff, right? See, this is not reserved for rapists who do fall under the bad and do fall under evil, but this is not reserved for them, okay? There's sort of a very, very minimal coexistence involved with that. That's just a complete domination and stuff. So I would agree that something like that must be treated also equally as extreme and dominant in response and stuff like that. But there is lawful evil. There are those who just believe that there should be a pecking order and a control. And I need to make sure to recognize that, and coexist with that and make sure that we have a working relationship moving forward. All of these things are happening. The future, continued advancements in technology and stuff. And if we continue to just put up a black and white wall, black and white meaning just very vividly, simply understood opposites in the color, okay? Just completely, we want no part of that, we want nothing. So long as we just keep, I want no part of that. I know that they're connected to bad shit and pieces of shit, so we have no representation, we have nothing. It doesn't mean that we believe. It doesn't mean that we believe that they're right or that we, that we're tolerating, we're accepting the stuff. But we need to have some kind of representation. We need for those powers that be, those who are doing the controlling, okay, we need for them, okay, because I've seen it. I know, okay, that there is a lawful evil. And they know it as well. And the cool thing is, and remember, when I say cool thing, I'm not talking about rapists. Okay, not every controller, not every elite leader is a rapist. Okay, is a person who wants to eat people and stuff like that. It's not true. And you're not doing. And I understand the spirit of the fight. If you say, nah, screw them, they're all pieces of shit. I understand that. But at the same time, okay, thinking like that, you're not helping anybody, man. You're not helping. You're not giving us. You're not trying to do damage control here. Damage control. Because lawful evil understands, just like I'm saying, there is a person just like me and you who is understanding, who's on the side of evil. But they're lawful evil, and they understand that there are two sides to the coin, and they understand that there needs to be a me, and there needs to be a you who's considering these things, who's considering what I'm saying in a very mature way. And I thank you very much. It's not an easy topic. It's way more easier to just throw out that wall, throw out that demon offensive, and just say, no, man, I want them all dead. Okay? But you can't get them all dead. And they have more power than you right now. And I understand in the moral victory sense and stuff like that. But they have more particular powers in particular fields, in particular stuff. And you can sit there in your room and you can think that what you got can stand up to them and stuff like that. And it can, in a certain sense. If you're standing right next to them in a subway car, sure. Okay? But in another sense, no. In another sense, you're a million miles away. You're a million miles away. You're struggling. You got shit in your bank account and somebody else has got trillions. You're millions of miles away from that. Okay? If somebody decides or somebody gets damaged and just, freaks out, how much damage and how fast can somebody do it who has trillions compared to and relative to somebody who snaps out who's got nothing? They talk a big game about how easy it is to get a gun. At the same time, okay, it's not so easy to get a gun. It ain't so easy. Who's giving you a gun? Guns cost money. The only way you're getting a gun like that is because somebody else has got a gun. And how did they get a gun? Like I said, one way or another, when you follow it down the chain, guns cost money. So some point down the chain, nobody's got a gun unless somebody had money to get a gun. So somebody who's got more money than you can get more guns. You got poison, somebody who's got more money than you can get more poison. Somebody who has more resources and more access and more law on their side could do more damage. You want to talk about a fight? You ain't ready for that fight. You'll never be ready for that fight. So we can't fight that way. You could try, but it's useless. It's a useless fight. Why would you do that? I mean, to make a point of what? I'm not sure. I mean, why would 100 people just stand there and get mowed down on machine guns? I mean, it makes a point, but man, I'm hoping for a better way. I'm trying. I'm here for a better, I'm hoping for a better way. You must at least give me a chance for a better way. You must at least give me a chance. You're going to go out there and you're going to do some small-time bullshit damage, like we think that there's some kind of building or something we can knock down that's going to change the world. It's not. Power is decentralized in that sense. These are symbolisms and stuff like that. But I mean, if the entire planet lost electricity, but everything would switch. You think because we got rid of all of the money and you got rid of all the electricity and knocked us back into the Stone Age, you think that all the people who held their beliefs that they should dominate the world suddenly just go away? No, it just switches. The mode, the means to dominate, and how they do it just switches. It just converts. The belief doesn't change. Just the tools, just the means to execute the beliefs can.